Welcome to the University of Maryland. This is Noah Bland live from Ritchie Coliseum for the National Hillel Basketball Tournament today. The University sticking to the script as usual. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I know it's early morning. You got your breakfast cereal all ready to go. But these girls have been up and ready to play, well, since about 8 a.m., getting their kicks in. And we are ready to start. Everything getting settled in. We don't have quite the crowd already, but don't let that deteriorate what you think is your expectation, because we're going to see some athleticism prowess on display. This is Noah Bland. I'm going to be bringing you all the action from a kind of basketball Olympus, as we like to call it around the University of Maryland. I'll give you some history. The men's and women's team, NCAA, at the great College Park area has for the first time in nearly a decade, went to the Sweet 16 together. No, for the first time in school history, went to the Sweet 16 together this year. Dairy Queen buzzer beater, but today all eyes are on the Jewish men and women participating in this tournament from Ritchie Coliseum. Schools like Princeton, Brandeis, and Yeshiva University all took place in this tournament, got knocked out, and we have two teams left standing. It's the University of Michigan Wolverines versus the free agent team. Let's get a look at our lineups today. It's going to be Samantha Kamansky. She wears number 4 for UM. Ruthie Price by her side. She'll wear number 2. Lila Elman, number 1. Rachel Zulius, number 6. Shayla Foreman, number 5. And Anna Jacoby, number 3. Those are your University of Michigan Wolverines. They call Ann Arbor home. Ann Arbor has a good NCAA team theirself, and then you got free agents on the other side. Number 4, Tuni Hanman, alongside Yavel Hanman. She wears number 5. Hannah Rashke, number 6, and Nicole Zokum, number 3. To round things off, Michelle Farnham. Let's get things for Farnoosh, number 2. Let's get things started from the University of Maryland. The trip from Ann Arbor down south, I'd estimate by no really scientific means about 400 miles. And the free agents, a hodgepodge of different universities, gather to play 1 versus 2. This is Noah Bland. Let's get things started. Immediately a pushback 5. Ticks it over to number 4 for University of Michigan. They play it down low and kicked back out. Now at the top of the key, wearing number 5, Nisman. She holds. Get ready to see some action. I mean, with the women's play, we've seen some tight defense. They go off the ball, pass inside. Taller woman tried to get it up in front. That one didn't work, and now they battle for it. Coming away with it, the white team. This is Michigan versus free agents. Noah Bland on the call, taking it to the left lane, trying a layup try, and it sinks. And we told you that Jacoby going to bring things back up. Michigan drawing first blood. And now it's number 5 for Michigan, holding things off. Foreman takes the long 3. Rebounded, collected by number 6 for Michigan. And back out to Foreman. She mans the point guard position. Got a screen to her right. She'll decide to use it. Holds things off. A pass inside off the play using the rim to her advantage. Didn't quite work, but she'll head to the line. Notice that we do have a running clock until the final minute. This is Noah Bland from the University of Maryland, and I want to thank everybody watching on YouTube. I know it's bright and early, so we appreciate that you could join us despite the fact that people aren't necessarily up and at 'em right now. But all the parents, all the fans, sponsors watching at home, we appreciate every single one of you. Kamansky makes the first basket. No, that's not Kamansky. Sorry. Free agent number 4, Hannon, makes her first basket to cut the lead to 1. Second to tie it, a little bit too short. Rebound for Michigan. They'll take things the other way. Leading it up now, crossing midcourt, I want to remind you, this is a 1 versus 2, so kind of a lot to expect. Driving into the lane is number 6. She gets it to go, and immediately the free agent striking first on their Michigan striking first on their 2 first possessions. 15:40 to go in the half. Bringing it up now, number 5 for Michigan. That's Foreman. Foreman faked on a screen. Oh, it's not Foreman. That's Nazan. Nazan had it tipped away. Zakam back over to Hazan, who put up a shot. That one didn't fall, and she'll head to the free throw line. If the free agents can continue to draw fouls, it'll certainly be a huge factor. But not only do they have to draw those fouls, they have to make those fouls. With a running clock, it changes the whole dynamic of a free throw because you can take kind of as much time as you need at the line. There are no free delay of game penalties. There's not even a shot clock. So the strategy is different from what you would call a typical high school or collegiate game because of the way you work a clock. 4-1 Michigan lead. The Jacoby team will bring things back up, and here come the free agents to our right. Michigan over to Elm. Elm back in, number 6. I can't pronounce. At the top of the key. She'll pull up, long range, 3-point try. It had a little bit of trouble, but it went in, and it is a 7-2 game as Michigan powering ahead. Working with a lot of stuff here. Going right to the floor. 14:05 to go. 7-2 is our score. Michigan taking charge. Michigan is the 1 seed. The 12:45 start time is now 12:52. Running clock continues. Rosti played it back over off, now into number 5 for the free agent team. Nazan watching her closely. The counterpart point guard goes around the screen. Nazan got a chance at the three-pointer, but it was a little too short. And now the free agents will bring it the other way. They're down by 5, but with so much time to go, it isn't too concerning, despite the fact that a 5-point lead in this tournament is more alarming than it might seem in a different form of basketball. And it is a different game, and you'll see that in many different aspects of how things are played out, how milking the clock could be an issue as things wind down. That's why they instituted the stoppage of the clock with a minute to go and a whistle. Pass down inside, kicked back out to Nazan. Nazan now one more time inside in the paint. A little bit of a wrestle for it, and going hard to the floor was number 4 for the free agent team. Everybody, making sure everybody's checking all right. If you want to.
I know 3 of them.
Okay, so we're going to have somebody with Tier 1 Yeshivas that's going to help me out with the names and everything. This is I'm Noah Bland, and alongside with me, you're with Yeshiva University. You know these teams as well.
Yeah.
This is Michigan Jacoby versus the free agents. Can you tell me, what do you really see with these teams? I know you just entered the building, but what are you kind of seeing from a basketball point of view, the color commentator point of view?
Yeah, so I've been fortunate enough to play with actually Yuval Nitzan. She's also coached me. Hannah Rashdi and Tuni Hanan, we've played for Yeshiva University NCAA team actually together. So we're teammates. It sucks that we have to break it up. But
a bit of friendly competition.
Yeah, no, it's great. Listen, they're in the Tier 2 championship. We're playing in the Tier 1 championship. So, listen, we're representing here. But what I've seen so far is solid defense from both teams. I think that Tuni Anand for free agents number 4 has been grabbing a ton of boards and getting to the line a lot.
And now what I've noticed a lot from the Yeshiva crowd is you guys brought a lot of NCAA players with you, especially for the men. I know Roy Ikevici put on a show in the Tier 2 bracket, so it is we do appreciate you guys trekking down here from the great New York City. Free agents Michigan makes a bucket. It is now 9-2, a gaping lead right now. How can they come back? I know if you notice yourself playing a game of basketball where you feel as though you're losing track of things, how do you regain composure in a situation like this?
So first of all, that's a big momentum builder. You want your big guy to start getting going. Yuval Nitzan can light it up. Once she starts going, it's gonna be hard to stop her, but she's got to get going. But about staying composed, it's definitely something that we've worked on throughout the season on NCAA terms. Like, it's very hard. Like, it's momentum is a big part of basketball, and I think that's offensive.
Yeah, and they say basketball is a game of runs, and I mean nobody can definitely dispute that. Here come the Michigan team. This Michigan team traveling from Ann Arbor, Michigan as well, have a plethora.
It's their first time here.
It is their first time here. That's
Wow.
good to hear. It is great Jewish school though. Great Hillel.
Yeah, no,
of course.
I'm happy they're out here. It's fun. So
Not only
that's
are they-
Tooney's specialty, by the way.
Not only are they out here, by the way, but they are performing at a record pace. The debut, right?
It's very impressive to get to any championship in any tournament, and it's their first time. So, and you have to get used to tournaments, in my opinion. I think this is my second time here, and I felt like I had a leg up coming back, knowing what to expect. So it's very impressive that they're able to come out here and show up like they are.
Yeah, running away with things as they seem right now, 11-4. The way that these things have worked, on Friday we had a round robin. So everybody went to their respective places for Shabbos, and throughout the after Shabbos affairs, we've just been hit the ground running with the brackets. Yeah. 11-4 is our score. I noticed you have a couple teammates on this team. What do you notice from them in their game and how they can impact the rest of the contest?
Well, I mean, it's about our experience. We practice 2 hours every single night, and Yuvi doesn't like that call, but we practice 2 hours every single night. So we've had teams come up to us like, "How are you guys not tired?" And it's like we're tired, but my coach is like big on saying like, you play basketball tired. It's about who can play better basketball while you're tired.
For the love of the game, right? You guys play in New York City.
Yeah.
The New York Knicks play there. Coach Tom Thibodeau plays all of his starters for nearly 40 minutes a game. So that's exactly the pace that you want to play at.
Yeah.
First one doesn't fall.
Listen, I'm not counting out this free agent team. I think
And no bias there whatsoever.
no, zero bias. Michigan's playing great. They're really showing up. It's very impressive. I'm gonna give it to them. Not gonna lie. There's a little bit of bias. These are my teammates, but I'm proud of the Michigan team because they're showing up.
The Wolverines, as they call them, the Maize and Blue.
I thought we should have got Danny Wolf out here.
That would have been something special, but I think Danny Wolf might have just been able to tower over everybody.
It would have been like the Tooney on the boys' side. Like,
well, there is Ben Murphy, the Maryland walk-on, is
awesome.
in the men's tournament.
That's I heard if they were to go forward into later into playoffs, that the whole Maryland team was going to show up. I promise.
All two of them right now, because everybody else, it seems like, went into the transfer portal.
Yeah, but I was told Derek Queen would be there. I was told.
By anonymous sources. By sources that you will not name.
No, definitely not named. definitely not trustworthy.
No Wojs here on site. 11-4 is our score as we clock in right after the halfway point. Michigan continuing their reign, though, but I noticed you have your teammates on.
Yeah. It's going to be – listen, Michigan it seems like Michigan's getting to the line every time they go down. That's not the way that you want to play this game if you're the free agents. But for Michigan, it's a running clock. I mean, and you're up. So this is exactly what they want. As the free agent team, I think you want to just try to play fundamental defense.
And now, as we approach kind of that final minute, I want to ask you how you play different when there is a running clock versus a stopping one.
So it's harder to stay composed because you're just caught up in the action. So it's a lot about, as a team, taking it slow. And instead of the clock letting you take it slow, right, you have to take it slow as a player, and as a team, you have to keep yourself composed instead of the clock doing it for you. But it's definitely less tiring. So there's that. And also, it's hard because of after 3 minutes or 2 minutes, whatever it is, eventually the clock stops and you have to adjust.
Yeah, and it is that kind of pace, right? So you play. There is no shot clock as well, so that definitely messes with your game. You're not used to. I know you guys have 30 seconds,
we got 30
I believe,
seconds.
in college. So there is a difference. So getting to the line now for the free agent team, or for the Michigan team,
Number 6.
Number 6. I have a hard time reading that.
Rachel Zacks.
Rachel Zacks. You have a better job at reading handwriting than I do. I got to give that to you.
Listen, I sort of barged my way in here, so I gotta work a little, Like I can't just take the headset. Good rebound by Hannah Ashley.
Urashdi will make her way back to the front court now. Number 5 takes things in. That is
Yuval Nitzan.
Yuval Nitzan. Nitzan runs the point. I noticed she also has a kind of a long-range three-pointer, but she plays a versatile game.
So I'll tell you about Nitzan. Happens to be that's a nice role by Fortuny and Yuval. So Yuval is the all-time leading scorer in Yeshiva University women's basketball.
And she happens to be joining us at the University of Maryland.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
She's the all-time leading scorer. So she was our captain. She's from Israel. She was our captain. And then she came and coached our team this year because she's played 5 years. So her eligibility was up. She came and coached this year. And she challenges us at practice. And her just experience has been very helpful. And she's 26. I mean, like she's older than a lot of the kids here, but
so she's got that player coach role on the court right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that she's actually a very important role for this tournament even. Like she's very experienced. And she's a floor general, you know.
Kick back out, a long three-pointer. That's going to separate some damage, so we're going to have to see how the player coach is going to do things up. Timeout call here. You know her so well. You've been in her huddles.
Yeah.
What is she going to say to her players?
She's gonna say calm down. I think as a coach she's learned how to deal with these player huddles. I think as a player you're stuck up in the moment and it's hard. I think this is actually a part where her coaching is gonna come in very strong. She's gonna stay calm. She's gonna say we got this. She's gonna calm everybody down. I think on the Michigan side, I think they just gotta keep doing what they're doing. I think they gotta keep getting to the line. I think I like that look over there. That's a good look from Michigan. If you have the 3, I think you shoot it if you could shoot it. I mean, I'm not gonna shoot it, you know. But if you're Michigan and you have that look right there, you've got to take the look. Nobody's closing out.
Yeah, and what we could look at is in terms of rebounds, the thing is with Michigan, they're crashing the boards so much that the rebounds are sorry, my inner Penn State fan heard this song and almost got electric.
I'm with you.
But as a Michigan, what they're doing is they're crashing the boards, and that leaves some room around the perimeter. That's why that three-pointer hits.
And you know, I think Tooney, once Tooney locks in, number 4. Sorry guys, number 4 for free agents. Once she locks in, it's very hard to get a rebound against her. I've gone against her every day past 2 years. It's very hard to get a rebound. She's very strong. They just ran a play called Horns. I don't know if they called it that, but their 2 bigs, Tooney Anand and Hannah Rash, number 6, and I think number 4 came up and set a screen, a double screen for Yuval to shoot. And it didn't go down, but it's a good play.
A Yeshiva University special right there.
It is. We run it.
15-6, 3:50 to go. Running clock coming up. Down low. Opportunity. That one can't fall. Back out. Three-pointer. This could be a dagger, and it falls in and out.
Rebound by Rashdi. Here we go. Yuval pushing it up the court. I think I'm honestly, I would love to see number 4 play down low a little bit more. I think she's been guarding up on the perimeter, but she can do some damage down low on defense. Here we go. Nitzan with the ball. This is what she wants. She wants a little one-on-one action. Yeah. It's a floater for Yuval.
Yeah, again, we talk about that versatility, but I also notice the way she communicates with her players on the floor, it might not even be through yelling. It's just through looks and through reads and with her eyes. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. You're used to that, I'm sure, playing with her on the NCAA stage.
It was confusing at first. My coach was like, "Look at her eyes." I was like, "What do you want me? What do you mean, look at her eyes?" But it's really in the eyes. So you see how number 4 is up top. I would love to see them switch to number 4 being a little bit down low, so she can grab some boards.
6 trying to pound her way through with the shoulder. That one didn't work, so she gives the look in on to number 1. Long three-pointer that sails way over the net. And here
number
goes your girl. There's the coach.
Yeah.
San.
Yeah, Yuval Nitzan.
I want to make sure I'm getting that name correctly.
You're doing great.
The Israeli names are tricking me up here,
but we got Israeli names, Syrian names, everything here.
Of course, Jews come from all different places. Despite what many people believe, there are Jews all across the world.
I've never heard of some of these colleges. And they've got big Jewish communities out here.
Muhlenberg, for example.
Cali, I don't know. I'm gonna embarrass myself because they're probably big schools, but
Cal Poly.
Yeah.
As well.
That's a good shot by Tooney. She got a little nervous, but it fell.
The lead is only 5 right now, so I mean there isn't room to panic. And with halftime coming up, both teams are going to try to adjust. We're going to try. That's my director. We're going to try to adjust quite well. 1:48. Again, we talk about that running clock.
That's a nice shot by number 6. Yeah, Rachel Zacks. We've been calling her name a lot, but I also want to say I feel like Yuval in that timeout rallied her troops a little bit. You know, like it just feels like a more controlled game. That's a deep 3 from Yuval. She can hit those, by the way.
Yeah, that one looked to be on the trajectory. She had the power, and it looked like number 5 for Michigan stepped out of bounds. That's Foreman.
Yeshiva.
Or for Yeshiva, sorry. And Michigan will hold things up. I'm getting confused because Michigan, they wear the blue usually. Although good pass inside. I think I saw a little bit of a travel there.
It was a good leading pass. It's hard to get. It's the right idea in my opinion. I think you gotta if that was executed well, which it almost was. That's a beautiful play.
Well, it's also about kind of stopping yourself when you get those passes. That could be hard, especially when you can't adjust to the trajectory of the ball.
Yeah.
There's your girl played back. Yitzhak takes the left lane
by
up
herself.
and underneath, and she was fouled with 40 seconds. That is crucial because now she can stop the clock. She can take a deep breath and try to hit both free throws.
It's going to be big for for free agents right now because they at least – listen, I can't speak on the other kids on the court, but I know for a fact that the kids on YU will know to take this time and use it well and take a deep breath and collect themselves.
And I'd imagine she's kind of running that 2-hour practice schedule for her team. First one is nothing but net, sinks it to go. Again, 40.9 seconds. This is for all the Tier 2 marbles. 6-point deficit as we approach halftime. And you'll notice, again, kind of that sign language amongst the free agent team. They're down by 6. So are they going to play an aggressive line right now? We'll start to see because there is no shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, so it feels to me that right now free agents' defense is a little frantic. It doesn't feel like I don't know. I think they're gonna sharpen up at halftime. I think for free agents important right now to just get to halftime, no fouls.
They might want to switch to a man-to-man because I believe they're playing zone and they're not able to. It might just be too complicated. Underneath, rebound, 5 seconds to go.
Yuval sees the clock. She knows to look up. She sees it.
Might we have a half-court shot? Hail Mary attempt.
I just want to say last year she hit that on my team.
She did.
Yeah, she hit that. And yeah, she's actually known for hitting those.
So that'll close things off. 17-12 at halftime. We'll be back soon. This has been Noah Bland and
sorry, y'all.
Yeshiva University Zone. We'll be right back at the National Hillel Basketball Tournament, the best basketball tournament, Jewish basketball tournament outside Israel. We'll be back momentarily.
Being a Jewish college student today is exhausting. Everywhere we turn, people are trying to rewrite our history, tell us who we are, and define our experiences for us. When we push back, we are told that we're overreacting, or worse, that we have no right to speak at all. For so long, I didn't know where to go when I needed answers. I didn't know my rights. I didn't know how to respond when people spread lies and misinformation about Israel, or when I experienced anti-Semitism on my campus. And I know that I am not the only one. I wish I had a resource like Campus for All sooner. It is a one-stop shop to know your rights as a student on campus, to learn about and report anti-Semitism, and get accurate information on Israel. Jewish students deserve to be informed, supported, and heard.
Welcome back. This is Noah Bland alongside
Sorry,
the one and only Yeshiva University NCAA basketball player. She's been feeding us all the information we need. I've been giving you play-by-play.
I kept my job for the second half, you know.
Yeah, you earned another half on the books.
Listen, I'll take it. Whatever can get me into the NHBT inside, you know.
Yeah,
It's an operation.
It's all about that. So here we go with the final half. It's 5 minutes, a 5-point deficit. Two teams that have been playing good basketball. They've been strategic. I think we've talked about. Now, tell me, I know there are a bunch of YU players on the team, but playing with players that you might not frequently, see versus a team like Michigan, who they play with each other all the time. They go to the same school. How might that be different?
So that's a great question. So it helps when you get the right position. So if you're playing against somebody who plays the same position as you, it's a little tough. But if you're fielding a well-rounded team, everybody does their thing. And you're able to mesh. And, they've played now 5 or 6 games now?
I believe so, around that area.
Yeah, so I think at the beginning, that's Yuval for a deep three.
Yitzhak a little bit too much on the shot, but I want to say, look at this. Yitzhak right now has 8 points and 4 rebounds, a double-double watch.
Yeah, big double-double watch. And also, Zax on Michigan has 11 points. She's the leading scorer of the game right now. She's playing great. I think we've got to come
But
up
Zax also has 3 fouls. She's got to watch out for the foul trouble.
She does. But, listen, I'm going to contradict myself, and it might not make sense, but I really do believe it. I feel like both teams are in a good spot, and that sounds contradicting. But if I'm Michigan, this is where I want to be. Obviously, I'm in the lead. I'm good, but if I'm free agents, I'm not lowering my head yet. It's not over for them, and they know it's not over for them. They're experienced. They know. So both of these teams are exactly where they need to be right now.
Yeah, and I think with the free agents, Farnoosh has to also make an impact. She's got 4 points and 1 rebound. Rebounding statistics, and you know what they say, rebounds win and lose basketball games. Rebounding statistics, the free agents have 11. Meanwhile, Michigan has 7. It's only a 3-point lead right now.
Yeah, that's a big foul shot by Yuval. You can always count on her for those. We got Michigan dribbling it up. Number 6 is Zax, and we should watch her. She's on the top left.
Play back over to the top of the key.
She's got the ball now.
Yeah, Zax takes it right inside, using the backboard to her advantage. Can't get it to go, and now in transition, here comes the free agent. She keeps getting it to go.
So that's, I don't know. I feel like I called it a little bit. We got to get her going, and she's feeling it right now. But also, it's a team game. We're playing great. They are playing great defense, and again, that's a rebound by Yuval. That's good for a double-double watch.
Only a 1-point game.
They're slowing it down right now.
Yeah, the thing is right now is Zax versus Yitzhak.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game, and that's kind of been what we get around. Goes around the screen. Yitzhak, a good pass inside, still battling away for it. It dishes it for the first time today. The free agents have a lead. It goes to a timeout. We're having fun. I mean, back and forth.
Listen,
the comeback is real.
That was exciting for me. I love seeing number 4, Tuni Anand, deal with that pick and roll. We've worked on that together all season. And listen, that was beautiful. It was a beautiful pass by Yuval. It was a beautiful way to space the floor. They look good right now. We got my team, my Yeshiva team right now. Right now in the huddle.
And you're not yet to show. Talking about Hanan, that's her first points of the game, but they matter so much because they took the lead.
Listen. Me and Tuni Hanan are very similar in the sense where we're not really stats people. We're gonna impact the game in a very big way by defense and all those things, but stats aren't everything. And it's very important in this game to be not necessarily a stats kid in this game. I think Tuni's playing a big role in that. She's playing the second half, she's turning around, she's been playing good defense. I love, by the way.
Now let's talk about Michigan, though. We've been talking about Yeshiva, the free agent team. Zax is at 11 points. Jacoby's got 2. She's their team captain. Elman's also got 2.
Yeah. But if you look at the rebounds, it's also there's Foreman has 3 rebounds, Zax has 1, Price has 3. So it seems like Michigan, they know what they're doing in terms of their roles on the team. We have scorers and we have rebounders, and that could be very helpful to win this game. People not doing too much, but doing their role.
Well, yeah, but they also, I think the points have to be spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
Over now to Michigan, I believe.
Back to Zax.
Zax
Inside
now
pass.
down low, and she got whacked as she'll head to the line.
Ashley.
I don't know. I mean,
No easy points.
it didn't look like it was in the act to me, but I feel like in this environment, they'll send you to the line.
I mean, number 2 is smart to keep it over her head. If she didn't put the ball down, so as long as you keep the ball over your head, if somebody comes at you like that, it's gonna be a hard call for the ref to put on the floor.
She will go to the line. That is Price. The first one doesn't fall.
She could still tie it up here. I think that Zach's trying to being a little bit of a floor general. I like that, talking to her team.
Yeah, well, when you lead your team in points
Yeah.
by a good number amount, I imagine you're kind of by default you have that
Yeah.
responsibility, especially manning the point.
Yeah.
Yatsan will take it up and call her plays, a signature play that you probably know in your head. I'm sure you're anticipating maybe
that's
a
the
move
horns
right to
play.
There
We
she
talked
go.
about it before. You see 2 rollers. Well, actually, it's 1 roller and.
And the 2 is good. And now free agents are starting to
They're starting to feel it.
take away.
But Michigan still got Zax right here.
Zax, pull up 3, and
Money.
she's got it to tie the
That's
game.
money. That's a big shot. That's how many? 14
Nothing
points
but
for
net,
them?
14 points.
This is a big game for
In the
Zax.
last game, we had somebody score 32.
Wow.
And it seems as though Zax and Yatsan could be on that track if they start
Oh.
to heat up even more. Yatsan trying to
Yeah.
answer. She went to the floor. She'll take 3 at the line.
Yuval is known for the 3-point with the foul. She's gotten me in scrimmages with that all the time.
And that's a Caitlin Clark-esque type thing.
Yeah.
You long 3-pointer and also kind of go into the foul.
Yeah.
It's very similar. Caitlin Clark, obviously, University of Iowa. She's just making quite the name for the women's basketball scene.
Yeah.
Everybody's benefiting from it. It is wonderful to see just the exponential growth of women's basketball right now in the United States.
And Angel Reese's brother, Juju Reese, plays at this.
Well, we don't. Oh, Angel Reese transferred from the school, so I'm not I'm not her biggest
Listen.
fan. She's a traitor to me.
That's fair, but you got her brother.
Juju is a dog. I love Juju.
Yeah.
But Angel Reese also is talented in her own right. But if you go from Maryland, your home state, to LSU, there is a little bit of a blood in the water, I feel like.
Hear. No, listen. I definitely hear. I would love to end on like a little Dairy Queen buzzer beater.
Long 3-pointer. And
That's
she's got it
good.
to go. Not too much of an arc on the shot, but
Yeah.
it's not needed.
Listen, if it's not broke, you don't fix it. That's a big point.
Yeah, that basket courtesy Price.
It's a
And
big shot.
Don't look now, but Price has 6 points and 3 rebounds. She's been do it all right now. A 2-point try that sinks in, and it seems like baskets are coming into surplus at the moment.
Yeah, it's a game of runs, and it feels like it's one big run right now. Like,
Exactly.
Like points are just coming.
Bounce pass to Price. Price looking over her options. Her team only down by 2. Took it into the paint. Kicked it back out. 3-pointer. Not enough. And a rebound.
Rebound by number 2. That's important. That's a great rebound by number 2. Michelle Farnoosh.
Farnoosh.
It's a big rebound.
And here's Yatsan at the M-Court logo.
You know,
Playbook all in her head. She goes around the screen. 11:22 to go. Kicks it
pass.
back down low. 2 women on her. That one didn't go, and a rebound from Price.
this is exactly what you want to see in a championship game. A 2-point game in the second half. This is competitive. It's fun. Price all the way in, and she gets fouled. This is a good call by the refs. I thought it was gonna be an and-1. We gotta put our hands up. Yeah,
That's kind of what they
exactly.
teach you in little girl basketball
Yeah,
school.
they teach it all the way up to the NCAA level. Hands just straight up. It's really important.
Now, I remember your men's team actually made the tournament. They lost to Tufts,
Yeah.
but they made the tournament, and it was quite the event on campus.
Yeah, our men's team they're awesome. They started with Ryan Terrell. Ryan Terrell handed it off to Xavier Max and that whole crew, and they've made a real name for themselves. They've made a real name in the Skyline. The Skyline's our conference, so and I just want to like very off topic, but the Skyline has been like with anti-Semitism on campus. The Skyline has been incredible. They've been, I think, kudos to the men's team for making a respectable name for Yeshiva, but we've done our part also on the women's side, and it's been a pleasure to play in the Skyline against these teams.
The security on campus that Yeshiva has provided, I think, should be pointed out. Meanwhile, we have a tie game on our hands
listen,
at
we
the
gotta
University
lock
of Maryland.
back in.
25-25. Kicked back out, back to Price.
Price.
Price using the body to get on by. That one didn't work. A rebound. It's going to be feisty. The rebounds are going to be, rebounds are going to be very important as we come down to the crunching final 10 minutes of the game. It's on at the top of the key. She'll try to go around. There's that horns play possibly again.
Well, two on her.
Two.
Oh, too many falls. So I think we haven't seen a real box out. It's a lot of grabbing. I think the first team that can hit us with a fundamental box out, it's a big game changer.
25-25.
I actually want to tell her.
This was a 7 minutes.
Mooney, box out fundamentally. That's my teammate. So let's see if she does it. Let's see if she listens. Either way, she's doing big things. That's exactly.
Pass inside,
Good.
whacked at, still an opportunity, was blocked, got her own rebound. A lot of trouble, so kick back out, Yitzhan. She'll hold.
Down. We got 8 minutes left.
Eight minutes left, tie game, and no shot clock. So
No
you
shot
can take
clock.
it. I mean, you can count sheep if you want right now.
Legit. It's weird. I actually, that's another shot
Long
by Rashti.
two-pointer.
These are
Rashti.
big shots by Rashti.
Yeah, these notable. Rashti.
My team is very excited for Hannah Rashti right now.
She also has a rebound to her name. Taking it back now, number 6 tries to go at the top. Back over. I think that might be Price. Three-pointer, and it puts Michigan back in the lead.
We got a 28-27 game. That's a big shot.
I know you're playing in the next game, but this game could go in the overtime, and you might have to. You might have an extra shift on your. We're not paying you overtime.
No,
Actually, we're not paying you at all.
We're not paying at all. But maybe the parking fee.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a pleasure to come here. And honestly, I asked to come and announce.
Here goes Michigan in transition. Price got it right on the basket. She has been the Jalen Brunson of her team.
I'll tell you right now, it's not easy to take it on Nitzan. So, big credit to
Price.
Zach.
Zax,
yeah. Number 6.
Number 6, Zax has been a crucial part of their comeback effort, so to speak, going hard to the floor.
Yeah.
And she will head to the line. Zax right now, we'll give you a bit of a box score update. Farnoosh has 14 points and 3 rebounds. Tuni Hanan is scoreless, but she has contributed 2 rebounds as we get a timeout.
I've definitely seen.
Nitsan has 11.
Tuni scored twice, but
statistically,
But we'll give it to the stats people.
We'll give them the credit where credit is due. Meanwhile, Zax is 2 away from a 20-point game.
Yeah, wow, this is impressive by Zax. Listen, this is their first time in the tournament to be able to against really, really talented Yuval Nitzan.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Zax is on the Club Michigan team, the women's club team.
I honestly, I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
Okay, there you go. That's a better way to frame it. 18 points with the clock. The way our clock works, 18 points. Yeah, I mean, it still goes to show. And this isn't just any exhibition or a scrimmage, but with a running clock like this, putting up 18 and for that matter, putting up 32 or 20 like Roy Akavici did in the last game. I mean, it's certainly impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he's a starter for YU. And that's why I would be very surprised if she wasn't on the club team, because it's really hard to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And you need experience to do that. You can't just come into this tournament. It
isn't the Big Ten, but for Jewish,
this is
the
college Sarachek. I'll tell you that.
This is the Jewish SEC of college basketball. If we could kind of pigeonhole that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just come in and drop 20 just for fun.
People come from all over. California, I mean, people come from all over to play because the high level of competition is there.
That's a nice foul shot by Tuni. worked all season on these foul shots. As a big man, talking for myself also, they're not easy to hit. But she hits too. Those are big. That's big, bringing the lead to only 1.
And the big man free throw has kind of been a I don't want to say a meme throughout, but you have the Shaquille O'Neal set at the line.
Hack-a-Shack.
Yeah, for sure. Back over.
Press.
That one doesn't
No,
fall.
that's not press. That's Zach's taking it in, overtuning Yuval, slowing it down, taking it up the court slowly.
Her team right now is down by 1 point. She's at the top of the key. To her right, everybody beyond the perimeter, probably to her favor, takes the lane, pull back 2, and she got fouled with, again, a running clock.
Listen, it's very hard to get fouled on a shot. I feel like you usually get fouled in the paint where it's a little scuffle. Yuval, who's at the line right now, has been almost almost known for getting fouled on the shot.
It is a hard thing, and to draw a foul is just it's so crucial.
Yeah.
It is such a big aspect of the modern game today, and people will call people foul baiters or so to speak. But it's become modern. Joel Embiid, Jalen Brunson. I'm a Knicks fan, so kind of bad blood right there.
Yeah, well,
but I could poo-poo on your Sixers all I want right now the way they're doing. Anywho, 31-30. Here come the Michigan Wolverines down by 1. They've been trading. The lead change statistics are going to be something interesting to see after the game. It was knocked back out by Michigan.
So let's see what Yeshiva can do. Not Yeshiva. I keep messing that up, but we are teammates, so it's going to happen.
But there are, from every university here, playing and playing in such a manner where highly respectable. Everybody on this team, not just from Yeshiva, has contributed to what they've been.
To the championship with 3 players.
Exactly.
It's not possible. So I have to give credit where credit's due, and I apologize for I just don't know them as well. But there's for sure an impact that's been made by number 3 and number 5. Number 3 and number 2, who have definitely gotten them there. That's a missed jump shot by
that one did work. 31-30. Zach's missed the shot. We are 5 minutes away.
So I want to give a little bit of a shout out to Zakheim or Zokheim on free agent number 3 and Michelle Farnouche number 2, because again it really is a team game and they're contributing. It's hard to run up and down this court for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you would know, so you would know.
Yeah,
You've already done so.
It's hard, and they don't have subs right now, so it's very impressive. And
we appreciate also that you're here, your team warming up the sideline, but mentally you're getting ready for the game. The three-pointer doesn't fall, but mentally I hope that this color commentary is still getting you ready for the next game.
Yeah.
That'll also be on this channel, so don't tune out, as we have our great color commentator will be on your TV screen momentarily.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my family, who I told them I was announcing, and they turned this on. So what's up, Mom? What's up, Dad? What's up?
No names, just Mom and Dad.
No names.
Abba and Nima.
Yeah, Abba and Nima.
33-30, a Michigan lead, and they'll go and talk things over with 3:58.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about what your coach was going to say. What do you think Michigan, they have the lead right now, but they know that your team is, or the free agent team is coming back with, like, whenever they can. How do you think Michigan is going to try to contain them?
So I'm actually watching as Zax calms down her players. I think this is it. You know, this is the championship game. It's heated. It should be heat. Like, there's passion. So I see Zach's taking that role of calming everybody down, talking to everybody. But if I'm Michigan, stay composed. You know, right now you're where you want to be. You're up. You don't ever want to have to be clawing back into a game. It's always preferred to be up.
And without a shot clock now, how do you strategically adjust? You have the lead and you have ample time to do so with it.
So, again, I'm a big fan of fundamental defense. I think if they start to foul, that's where things become a little iffy. You know, I think if you play good defense, it's been working for them. I think they have to play slow on offense, pass it around, and get a good shot. They've proven that most kids on this team, or I haven't really seen one that can't. Everybody's been able to shoot. Everybody's been able to do something with the ball, either whether it be rebound, whether it be score. I've seen it. So play smart, play together, And if you're the free agent team, stay in it, stay composed. It's Yuval's favorite shot, the three-pointer. So
And when Michigan has the ball, I feel like it's just find the open man and pass it to them. Don't second guess a shot, but don't also necessarily think shot first because you have so much time. It is only a 3-point lead, though. One three-pointer could totally change the dynamic of how you coach the game.
And 4 minutes is a lifetime in these games. You know, everything can change in 4 minutes, so you still want to play good basketball. Here's number 6, Zach's on Tuni Hanan. The three-pointer, it's a little short.
Interesting decision there. You're up by 3. You have enough time to take the lead and to take a long shot like that.
She's
quite questionable.
She is their shooter, so I guess you live and die by your shooter.
Taking the left lane now, Yitsan. Yitsan didn't find an opening. Does Yitsan have a tendency to kind of play by herself when things matter, try to take the reins by herself, as she does right there, making it a 1-point game?
Yeah, she does, but she's earned the ability to. I'll tell you that. She's definitely. Oh, Yuval steals it, pokes it right out of number 1's hand, going for the fast break layup. Wow.
And getting slammed into the boards.
And one. That is a tough finish by Yuval, making.
And
we're gonna go back to the score in a minute, but that is a tough go-ahead bucket.
37-30 is our score. 2:45 to go. We have Yeshiva teams, good and plenty all over right now on the court, doing color commentary. So it's on now at the line. I think we have a scoreboard malfunction right now. 37-30. Should it be the score? Because the game should be tied from what I believe. Now a long pass down low. 4 got it near the baseline. Had a bit of a touch, and we get a whistle. 2:18.
Listen, this is just from a basketball perspective, not a biased perspective. That's really just not what Michigan wanted to do. You don't want to, meaning a fast break is one thing, but like if Yuval converted, that's massive.
Long three-pointer needed for Michigan.
Wow.
Falls in and out. Yitsan got the rebound. That is her. That is her 6th rebound of the day. 15 points,
Yuval
6 rebounds.
Dancing up the court.
Just going around.
But honestly, Price has been stayed on her. She didn't get lost.
Price is also giving her time to shoot. Goes around the screen, takes a 2 in her face, and it falls. The Yeshiva crowd getting into it.
Yeah, listen. I think we might have been wrong about the score.
That could have been a broadcaster's error. Long three-pointer. That one did fall. I want to remind you, just moments ago, Michigan had a 3-point lead. It has fallen to dust. Long three-pointer, a little bit short on the shot, and now a timeout.
Listen, that's exactly what the free agents needed to do, and exactly what Michigan didn't need. But it's not over. Again, right now there's no running clock.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get into, I think it's the
minute mark.
It's the minute
1 minute mark.
So there is going to be a running clock for 9 seconds, and then it's up. So Michigan, it's not done. Having a running clock is a big advantage when you're up.
Of course.
So it's not done for Michigan, and honestly, they've really showed out. So I'm not counting them out. A minute is.
If you give Price the ball on 3 possessions, she can hit 3 in a row. I believe
Zach,
sorry.
Price has been hitting also.
Price has been hitting, but she's been doing more work down low on the rebound.
Defense,
yeah, exactly.
Defense picking up Nitsan is not easy, and she's been doing that. And she also hit a big 3. But if I'm giving the ball to anybody, I think it would be Zach's, and send Price in to get a rebound.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody on camera, we have the stream right here if you want to take a look at it. We have a double stream right now. Welcome to our double box.
Wow.
All the technological advancements brought to the NHBT this year. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this is why Michigan showed up, because we really upped our game this year.
You can't not show up.
I want to credit our director, Avi, by the way, who's done an excellent job. He was the director last year. He works with me as well on Big Ten Plus.
Wow.
He knows what he's doing. Watch out for the kid, because he has a future in this industry. Avi, I hope you're listening, because
'Cause that was not for nothing.
Yeah.
There
I
we go.
hope this earns me a few points. Meanwhile, Yatan has the ball, and she'll try to
got
waste
two
as
on her.
much
She's
as
being
time.
double teamed.
Oh, she's being double teamed for
That
a
was a
reason
good
as well.
pass.
Finally gets it out. Long two opportunity. That one didn't fall into the hands of Michigan. Remind you that the clock now stops because we're under a minute.
Again, no shot clock.
No shot clock, though. So that still remains, and you got to foul.
Oh, she
you got to try
foul.
to just change it.
Gotta-
Play a game of tag, a triple team, and almost taking her to the ground.
That's good sportsmanship by number 1.
Yeah, she'll.
Got to shout out number 1 for Lila Elman for that sportsmanship, picking Nissan up after a hard foul.
Yeah, that's for sure. Meanwhile, though, 44 seconds to go. It's a 9-point game.
I feel like there's been many less.
We're going to see a lot of fouls, I think.
Yeah, a lot of fouls, but in the first half, I felt like they were at the line the entire game and the entire first half, and it's been a good back and forth game this second half.
42 seconds to go. It looks like right now they're just going to play tag to try to tag Yatsan and get her to foul. They foul Anand.
Yeah, I mean, these are big shots.
It is interesting, and from the app if you're looking at the app, has not been credited with any points. I believe, though, she has scored.
Yeah, she definitely has.
And now she is at the line.
But it's a very hard job to do this.
Oh, 100%, especially when you don't have names on the back of your your
very
pennies.
Hard. That's a big shot by Tooney, who has hit the last 3 of her foul shots.
Well, what also scares you for Michigan, I think, is that Zax has four personal fouls. And
I don't know if she even knows
that right now. Here comes Michigan up the court, down by 10 with 31 seconds. Just something goes up and under, but now with a stop clock, they'll have a chance to at least put 2 on the board.
That also, by the way, looked good. I thought that was going in until the last.
An and one would have been a saving grace for sure.
Yeah, that's big.
28.7. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Got to run too. You have to run too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to end things real quickly. Our color commentator is going to have to rush to the bench because the women's final will be up momentarily. So stay tuned. 28.7 seconds to go. Noah Bland on the microphone from Ritchie Coliseum, where Michigan has lost the lead of the free agents, and now another foul. Yatsan will head to the line. 2:22 to go with 22.2 milliseconds to go in what would be a game. But coming up next, it is.
Are you announcing next?
No, that'll be my good buddy over there, Ethan. Ethan will take the play-by-play duties. And he's quite the – I mean, he's got the play-by-play abilities.
Listen, you guys have been top-notch professional.
We appreciate that.
I'm a big fan of this tournament. Oh, we got Zax for a deep 3.
To add to a statistic total, that one didn't fall, and it looks like the free agents will hold your teammates and their new teammates, who they'll hold heavily in their hearts, will go on to win victory.
To number 3, number 2.
We got to wrap things up. The color commentator has to
I got to run.
Has to run. We got to wrap things up. This has been Noah Bland from Ritchie Coliseum at the National Hillel Basketball Tournament. We want to thank everybody and all our sponsors. Championship to the free agents. We'll catch you momentarily for the Women's Tier 1 Championship.